you can be instantly sexier in a man's eyes and get him to want you instantly so much more just by applying and remembering this one thing.
That was easy.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and in this video I'm going to show you guys one simple trick that you can use to be sexy and make him want you more. Now, this is not actually a trick. This is not hocus pocus. This is not magic or manipulation stuff. I'm actually going to show you one very simple thing that everybody can do today, right now, to easily get a guy to fall head over heels for you just by being yourself. So make sure that you watch all the way till the end to get all the juicy details.
In the beginning of the video, I'm going to give a lot of action steps, and I'm going to explain those action steps thoroughly, but if you stay tuned all the way until the end, I'm going to explain the energetics behind the actions, how this aligns with manifesting, and what you need to do vibrationally, and I'm also going to explain how you can get a guy to let his guard down so that he will fall in love with you, so stay tuned till the end for that.
Everybody has a shy side, even me, so if I have a shy side, I know that everyone else has a shy side, and when we're talking about feminine versus masculine, which is always what we're talking about when it comes to a relationship, it has nothing to do with gender. There's always a feminine entity and a masculine entity in a relationship, because no matter what you most dominantly identify with, it always comes down to the dynamic. So masculine, feminine, it actually has to do with the comparison of who is more feminine and who is more masculine when you're comparing these two, okay? A mistake that a lot of female feminine entities make, you know, and I'm talking about females, women, or people who want a masculine entity, so therefore they like being the feminine entity. So you're attracted to a masculine entity, you want a masculine entity, which means you want to be a feminine entity, is a lot of feminine entities are actually being masculine energy without even knowing it. And then the masculine energy is repelled by you and you have no idea why, and then you end up chasing them, which is more masculine energy. So I'm going to tell you what you can do to stop doing this and to be more feminine energy, to embrace more feminine energy. And this is just going to be one tip, one simple easy tip, you guys. But it's really going to change the game a lot, because what happens when a lot of female feminine entities start getting with their man, or, you know, like you're going on dates, you're interacting with that guy, there's a few things that happen. One of them is competition. Now, men love to compete, but if you want a man, you should not be competing with him. If you want to be the feminine entity, you prefer that, and you prefer a masculine entity, learn how to not compete with them, okay? So that there ends up being this like banter. Have you ever had this like banter back and forth with a guy, and you thought it was kind of smart and he kind of seemed to enjoy it too, but then you kind of get this bro vibe from them, and suddenly it's like they're not really treating you like in the romantic way and in the feminine way that you want them to treat you, you know? They're not really treating you like that feminine entity. They're treating you a little bit more like the bro, a little bit more like the guys. Well, here's the one thing that you need to do if you want to make him really like you a lot more. Easy. You need to learn how to really embrace your shy side, your natural feminine shyness, your natural feminine shy energy. We all have it. And it's actually really fun when you give yourself permission to embrace that, because it gets you off the hook. It gets you off the hook. You don't have to have an answer. You don't have to be quick-witted. You don't have to compete. You don't have to know or do anything. You don't have to come out on top. You don't have to perform. You can just be, oh, I don't know. And here's the thing, is it lets the guy be the guy. It lets the guy win. And men, masculine entities, love to win. They love to win you over, but they also love to win in everyday situations where they get to feel like the smartest, They get to feel like they saved the day. They get to feel like they are smarter than you or better than you. And see, here's the problem with this idea of feminism. Now, I don't really care that much about it because there's like really great things about feminism, so I'm not really polarized on the subject. I don't really think about it very much. But there's this thing with feminism where it's kind of competitive, you know? It's kind of like, you definitely don't want that in your relationship, because the whole thing is like, if you have a traditional role, the respect of the female comes first anyway. If you have a traditional role in like feminine versus masculine energy in a healthy, balanced way, you're going to get all of the love and respect and care and nurturing and sensitivity that you want as a feminine entity, okay? You don't have to compete with a man to get that. And if you do, there's a problem. You have a man who is not being the man, the masculine energy that you want and that you crave. What I'm trying to say is nowadays, a lot of women are actually putting out all this masculine energy. And so we're having more and more problems attracting men. And we're doing it by like trying to be the best, trying to be the smartest, trying to be the most independent, trying to, you know, basically not need them. We're competing with them. We think that we need to be just as smart, just as witty, just as quick. It's almost like women are having dick contests with men. You know what I mean? And it's like, we don't have them. We don't, so give it up. And so if you want a man to really, really like you and really, really want you, he's going to be super duper uber attracted to a woman, a feminine energy that is okay with her feminine shyness, a feminine energy that can embrace her own vulnerability. This is feminine. And here's the thing, shy and vulnerability, when you are owning it, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And it's not a loss of power. It's more power. It's really interesting when people perceive shyness and vulnerability as weakness, because it takes a really, really strong, confident person to be able to embrace your imperfections, to embrace your shyness, to embrace your vulnerabilities. That makes you strong. And not only is that going to make the man that you want, the masculine entity that you want, feel really comfortable around you and want to be around you more, because you're allowing him to be the man. You're allowing him that space to be the masculine entity and to come to your rescue and to be better than you or stronger than you or whatever than you. In these ways that don't really matter, because women like to be saved anyways, right? As a feminine entity, don't you want a man to come over and just take care of shit for you? Because I know that I do. That's the traditional role. The man is supposed to come over and fix problems and be the security. He makes things safe. And the feminine entity is meant to be able to feel safe with him. Women are meant to be able to relax. Female entities are meant to be able to relax and receive and be pleasant, right? That's our role in the relationship. So a man craves, a masculine entity craves a feminine entity who can relax and not compete and not have to be anything, not have to impress, and she can just receive. She doesn't have to perform. He's interested in performing. And when you're not trying to perform, he doesn't have to feel like this competition from you. He doesn't have to feel like he's competing for you, with you to impress you. You can be easy to impress. So anyway, it makes it really, really easy for a guy to lean in with you and pursue you and put more energy and focus and attention onto you. When you embrace your feminine shyness, when you don't always have to have an answer, when you're just kind of connected to your feelings, but you don't always, you're not always the smartest one in the room, and that's okay, because he'll come to your rescue. He'll know what to do. What do you think, baby? What do you I just don't know. Like, what do you think that we should do? I'm not saying that you should never have an opinion or a brain for that matter. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But use this tactic, you could say. I mean, you're really just embracing more of yourself, because you're going to have those moments when you are actually kind of shy, when you actually don't really have an answer, and when you actually just don't have anything to perform. Like you don't, I'm just here. And this is what I'm saying, is make that okay. Let that be okay. Don't feel like you have to hide that. Don't feel like you have to do anything to change that. Don't feel like you have to perform for a man to like you more. Because guess what? You don't. You don't have to perform. And when you know that you don't have to do that, and you can embrace it and be okay with your feminine, shy, vulnerable, imperfect, yet satisfied part of you, it's gonna make him drop his guard and come to your rescue. And it's going to make him feel so comfortable that he'll feel comfortable enough to come closer to you. That is how it works. When masculine entities feel comfortable, they let down their guard, they lean in towards you. And since you're not putting up any competition or any fight or anything threatening, it's easy for them to kind of fall in love and want you and love you and enjoy you and just want more and more of you, and they don't even know what is going on. Just embrace your shy side. When you don't have an answer, when you don't know what to do, when you don't know nothing, play into that. Play into that feminine side of you. Don't feel like you have to be the man. You're the feminine entity. And when you are that, he will be able to be the man in the relationship, the masculine entity in the relationship, and he'll be able to come to you. And it's going to be very easy for him to get way more attached to you and to want you way more.
So I just want to point out the vibrational and manifestational truths behind all of this. So basically, you're creating stability vibrationally, energetically, by being okay with where you are and accepting where you are and actually embracing who and what you are in a moment where you're actually experiencing the unknown or shyness, and you're transcending fear and basically loving yourself through that fear. So that's a very, very powerful way to attract love. So that's the practice that I just told you to do in this video. Now also with men, masculine entities, just keep in mind that they want to impress you. They want to be the one who is impressing you and being your man and someone that you can rely on and someone that you look up to and feel comfortable and secure with. They want to be your knight in shining armor, but keep in mind that they need reassurance. I used to make the energetic mistake in my relationships of showcasing myself in a masculine way, showcasing my positive traits in a masculine way, instead of showcasing myself in a feminine way. Remember in the beginning of the video I said that the masculine and feminine dynamic is relative. So if you are showing up in a very masculine way, even if you're dealing with a masculine man, you can cancel out his masculinity with yours and then flip the dynamic in a way that you don't want it to be flipped. You want your man to feel confident to pursue you and be the man for you if you're a feminine entity. So what we want to do is be super stable, be super confident, and enjoy life and align in a very feminine way and showcase ourselves in a very feminine way. That way we are putting our best foot forward and we are, demonstrating a feminine sense of stability and satisfaction and confidence, but not in a way that's going to make him feel insecure. So if you think that your role is to show him how smart you are and how able that you are and that you can do everything that he can do and maybe even better, he's not going to know what his role is, and he's not going to feel confident fulfilling a role to impress you because he's not going to be confident that he can impress you. And the worst thing for men is rejection. They are afraid of being rejected. That's the worst thing ever. So if they're afraid of being rejected, they're not going to want to take the chance. You can be instantly sexier in a man's eyes and get him to want you instantly so much more just by applying and remembering this one thing. A man falls in love when he lets down his guard. He has to let his walls down in order to fall in love. So you can make him feel super comfortable falling in love to where he doesn't even know what the hell happened to him just by applying what's in this video. And at the same time, in manifesting, your job is to relax and be satisfied and to believe and know and receive. And so that's what you're practicing here. Why does the man get to be the impressive one? Why does he get to win all the time? Why does he get to triumph and succeed? Because all you need to do in that situation, that's perfect for you, because all you need to do is relax and receive. So that's perfect for us, but we have to set them up to win so that they can win our hearts. So yeah, you be confident enough to embrace your shy side when that's relevant for you and let him win by being the confident one outwardly. And that will give him the confidence that he needs to win your heart and be the man in your life. And the fact that you are the woman that makes him feel that way is going to make him want you so much more and find you more attractive than any other woman.
If you're still watching this video, that means that you liked it, so make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button, click all to receive all notifications. I do premieres on my channel, which means you can see which videos are coming out before they even come out. Click set a reminder to watch and join the live chat in the premiere. Here's a playlist if you want to learn how to attract your man and make him love you desperately. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.